Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Dear Love Talk, the program that is determined to answer your relationship questions with as much sincerity and as straight to the point as possible. I'm James.
I'm Helena, and it's very easy for you to email us. All you need to do is to email us on questions@lovetalkshow.tv.
That's right. Or you can also communicate with us via social media. Let's go straight to our first question today. It says, ever since my girlfriend left me, I have sunk into this hole of depression. I try to cheer myself up by spending time with friends, but somehow I can't see my life without her. She made me a better man, and I don't want to live anymore unless she is with me. We don't have a name for this one. Let me just say that the problem is not your girlfriend. She didn't make you a better man. If she made you a better man, she would still be there with you, still making you a better man. The problem is that there is an issue with you. I'm sorry I don't have your name. Let's not give him a name, but I think you need to understand the following. Relationships, when they break down, it's always hard. It's always difficult. It's not easy when you were connected to this person for a while and then all of a sudden, even if it's a long process, this person leaves. But even though it's difficult to get over this person, eventually you do and you move on. There are over 7 billion people on the face of this planet, and surely you cannot be right just for one person. It doesn't make any sense. Now, if you want to, end your own life, as you said, first of all, you need help. You need to seek help for that because you shouldn't be feeling like that. But if you feel depressed, if you feel like your life is not worth anything because this person left you, the thing is, there is a problem within you that needs to be addressed. Something that was there before this girlfriend came along, because when a person, Helena, feels that she has a purpose, that she's confident, she's happy with her life, even though relationship breaks up and it's difficult to get over that, but you have your own value. Your value is not dependent on that person. Your value is not determined to this person being with you or not. So eventually you say, no, I'm going to be fine. It's hard, but I'm going to be fine. I think he needs to address whatever is there inside of him.
I think, first of all, if you still struggle with those thoughts, okay, feel free to, you can come and see us. We hold seminars every Saturday at 7 p.m. All you need to do is to call this number here on the screen, and we will be more than happy to sit down with you and talk to you about this in more detail. But this is a classic example of someone, and I'm sorry, listen, everything that we say here on this program is to help. We are not here to judge you or anything. We are here to genuinely help you. Okay, and you're not the first person we talk to who is facing this. But this is a classic example of someone who is not ready to be in a relationship. But you happen to, get involved with this person, and you made this person your whole world. For example, I love my husband. Sorry to continue on you. I love him very much, but I really do. He knows that. But I have to daily be careful not to put too much. For example, if he gets upset with me for something small, we are a couple. We don't agree on everything. So whenever he says, Helena, I didn't like what you said, so I'll take it, okay, sorry. But he's not my whole world, that my life will be shattered because
I think it's important he understands that the problem is not the girlfriend or her having left you. The thing is, this depression or this sadness or this issues you had within you were already there before you met her, and then meeting this person made you feel better, and the fact that she left just sent everything crashing down because you didn't have a foundation, and that's the problem. I think you need to seek help, and as Helena said, feel free to come to one of our seminars. I believe they're going to be really helpful, and if you really do feel suicidal, look for help. There are plenty of organizations there that help with that, and I'm sure you will get over that. But don't think the problem is her or her having left you. It's a very high chance that the problem is something that you need to deal with inside of you.
Chances are that maybe she wasn't happy in that relationship, because when someone, and listen, I know these are hard words, but you know, when someone makes the other person their whole world, they become clingy, they become needy, possessive, very jealous. So maybe, because you didn't write your whole life story here to us, obviously, but maybe you come across like that. Maybe you have behaviors that pushed her away. Now, the right moment for you to get into a relationship is when you love yourself first, when you are happy with yourself, when you know what you want out of life. And then you have been with someone is a bonus.
Absolutely.
You add to one another, but that's it. He's not your... Okay, when my husband one day, we're not going to live forever. When one dies, it's going to be very sad. But you know what? Good memories. But you know, I'm still alive and I'm going to be happy and remember the happy moments. But it's not like my life is over.
That's right. So we hope that you seek help and you find that help for yourself. Forget her, she's not the problem, even though that's what you wrote about. Deal with the issues that are there within you. Now, Helena, you're the person responsible for answering the next question.
It says, "Hi Helena, because you're probably the best suited to deal with my dilemma, that's why I'm writing to you, I would love to have my husband to be a lot more romantic with me and not take me for granted. I am sure you know what the tricks for this is. What should I do? Play hard to get."
I have another opinion on that one.
I haven't finished.
But I'm going to let you give your advice and then I'm going to give my advice.
No, I would like to hear from you because, you know, it's interesting. Every time I hear from him, I learn, you know, like, oh, okay, so that's how he thinks. So what I want to say is this. Again, when you are too much, you know, overly caring,
or wanting
oh
attention.
My God, yes, and you too like, oh, are you okay? You know, call him all the time, text him all the time. I'm not a man, but I think it's hard for a man to. What do you think? It's too much. So maybe that puts him off and makes him a bit. Oh gosh, this woman is a bit overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like I have no space to breathe. So be more. Mysterious. I'm giving you away some secrets. You shouldn't be listening to this, but anyway. You should be more mysterious. What does that mean? You know your value. Don't be always calling him, texting him. Be confident. Because when you are like this, when you have a purpose within yourself, you are busy with something constructive, you have a career or you have your children, your home, you're not always husband. You know, he will be like, hold on a second, I miss this woman.
Okay, so let me just tell you what I think, because you asked about how can I make him more romantic.
Yes.
Here's the thing, romance is overrated. Okay, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who are shocked right now. But here's the thing, what are you looking for? Because if what you're looking for is roses and chocolates then I'm the least romantic guy on the face of the earth, because I can't remember the last time I gave Helena flowers, right? But
he did write to me many love letters.
Wait. These love letters is when we dated 14 years ago. But you can show romance in different ways, right? I think sometimes, Helena, what the problem is, this is a woman writing to us, and usually it's women who say, I want my husband, my boyfriend to be more romantic. The problem is that sometimes people associate romance with the stuff they see in movies. You know, when the guy shows up at work surprising her with flowers, when he sent a singing quartet, right, to the bus stop. She's in the bus stop and a singing quartet shows up there singing a cappella. Come on. In real life, in London, if you were waiting by the bus stop with 20 other people and a singing quartet showed up singing for you, you would look for a hole to hide yourself of so much embarrassment. That's what most people would do. So the truth is, perhaps your husband is romantic, but maybe he's not romantic in the way that you think.
Good point.
And the problem is, Helena, that a lot of people are creating problems because
where they don't exist.
They're so focused on things that they want to see that they forget about the things that the husband or the wife already shows them.
Absolutely.
So you don't get flowers, but there's a lot of other things that I do, right? So you don't need to tell them what it is. But I think this is the important thing. So the key perhaps is not to make him more romantic. Do you know how he can be more romantic? If you start appreciating the small things he does, and you appreciating and highlighting, amplifying in your own mind those little things, he for you is going to become the most romantic person on the face of the earth.
I agree. There you have it. You heard straight from
the horse's mouth.
Exactly. But you know, this whole thing reminds me of someone who came to me. A lady came to me for advice, and she said, a young woman in her 20s, she said, you know, I have this, because she was hanging around with her friends, her girlfriends, and then they were talking about, you know, how their relationship is and whatever, things that you shouldn't really do, which is to talk to your friends about what happens between you and your boyfriend or husband, but anyway. And then she came to me and she said, oh, you know, I think I have a problem in my relationship. And I said, why are you thinking this? I don't know. It's because he's not this, like my friends is, you know, my friends' partners are so different. So I said to her, don't create a problem where there is no problem. Give value to what you have and appreciate what you've got. So maybe, you know,
that's right.
It goes hand in hand with that.
So solution is not to make him more romantic, it's to appreciate perhaps the things that are there. Right, next question, final question comes from Desiree, who wrote to us on Facebook. She said, hi dear Love Talk. I've started developing feelings for this guy who is married. We really have a lot in common, and we can talk about things we have in common for hours. I haven't allowed anything to happen between us because of the fact he's married, but he tells me his relationship with his wife has been on the rocks for a while. I wouldn't normally even consider anything between us, but could we have a future together being we have so much in common? The answer is no. That's the end of our show. Until next time. And that's the only thing we can say to that, right? If you are single and someone is married, that's territory you can't go there. If any of your friends would have asked that question to you, you would have been blunt and said, this is wrong, don't do this. But you're not doing that to yourself because you are emotionally involved and you shouldn't be. So don't even go there, right?
Or put yourself in that woman's shoes.
Absolutely.
If you were his wife, first of all, it's likely that if you get with a guy like this, he's going to do the exact same thing with you.
Without a doubt.
That he's done with...
Without a doubt.
You know, whoever was married with him. It's a matter of... What, intelligence? Can I say that on TV?
Yes, of being intelligent.
Okay.
Because that if you go ahead with this decision, it would be a terrible, foolish decision. And I'm sorry, you would say that to any friend of yours. You just don't see that for yourself because you're the person involved. So please have some consideration, just like you would like someone to have consideration to you should you be married to this person, okay? You just don't go to that territory. All right, it's been a pleasure to be with you. Until next time, have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, whatever time you're watching us, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel or send us your questions to questions@lovetalkshow.tv. Bye-bye.
Bye.